where you show off the products you love. It's where you show off your host opportunity. It's where you build your customer base so that you can have more customers and have more hosts. And of course, it's where you find the team that you're going to be building this organization with. Your director organization, your advanced organization, your senior, your executive, your senior executive, your national executive, whichever organization you see yourself leading one day, the show is where it all starts. Don't kid yourself. Okay? I will never in a million, I was singing your song, right? I'll never in a million years tell anyone. I would never ever tell any consultant that it could be a successful director and build a big team doing a couple shows a month, because it just isn't going to happen. It isn't going to happen. You're not going to build what it is you want to build. You have to be meeting the people. The beauty of Party Plan, guys, the reason why we're all in it, why we chose it over some of the other companies that aren't Party Plan, is because every time I walk out the door, I get new customers. That's not the same in those other businesses, in the multi-level, what they call the one-on-one networking type of stuff. Party Plan works because you meet people. If you're not doing parties, then you're doing networking. Right? This is the way it is. Okay. So let's start with word choices. Let's start at the party. When you go to a show, what kind of mentality is in your head when you go to a show? What are you thinking about when you're driving to the show? Or when you're going there? What are you thinking about? I want a $1,000 show. I'm thinking of having fun. I'm thinking of how many bookings do I want to get.
I'm thinking about signing my host.
Ah, bingo, baby! I'm thinking about signing my host.
I sing a song to myself over and over.
You sing a song?
$1,000 show, 3 recruits, 3 recruit leads, 5 bookings, and like I was singing it over and over again.
I love it. See, the thing is when we go to our shows and we get to our shows, we need to really be thinking about what it is we want from that show and what we're looking for. And if what we want from that show is a $1,000 show, we're probably going to get a whole bunch of those. We want from that show, a $1,000 show, and 2 bookings, we're probably going to get a whole bunch of those. If what we want from that show is a $1,000 show, 2 bookings, and 3 leads, we're probably going to get that. But if we want from that show a $1,000 show, 2 bookings, 3 leads, and 1 new consultant to join our team, we're probably going to get that too. Somebody told me once, many years ago, my mentor in the business, told me there was a recruit at every single show I did, but wasn't at every show I did was the recruiter. That was like hit home. You see, in the early days of my career, it was about making money. I needed to bring home X amount of money to pay the mortgage, to pay bills, to live the life that we want this. We started in Roselle. We moved here from Long Island. We started in Roselle, in a small home in Roselle. And we didn't know Chicago at all. So we just bought a home we could afford, and then we spent about a year checking out the suburbs and deciding where we wanted to live. We ended up in Buffalo Grove. And I still remember the day we put $5,000 down in that house. I cried for a week thinking, I can't afford this. What did we just do? What did we just do? We can't afford this house. Okay? So my whole focus was about selling so we could earn the money because we both know job. We're both self-employed. My husband and I were both self-employed. Okay, so we had to have what they call a no-down mortgage. 25% down and no check for finances. So we had to make 25% of the selling to buy that house. My whole focus was on money, earning money. And I wasn't focused on anything. And then he said that to me. It's like, wow. So I want to invite you, first of all, to think about that. Is when you go into your shows, what are you looking for? Because honestly, if you're looking for that recruit, a $1,000 show, the 2 bookings, the 3 leads, and that 1 recruit, then you're going to go in there with a whole different attitude. Now, here's the deal. If you go in with that attitude, then every show you do, in the back of your head, you're thinking, my next new consultant is sitting in this room somewhere. I don't know who you are yet, I just know you're there. And so while I'm doing the show, what I'm doing is I am training my next bring it to your people so that you can grow the way you want to grow and reach the goals that you want. You have to go to your parties exactly the same way. You're training the next consultant, the next superstar, your next director, the next upper level director, the next executive director. How awesome would that be? Have an executive director. Look at this. I mean, how many national executive directors of your organization? Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. And if you guys are sitting here thinking, well, that's only because Nancy Joe started way back when, she was the lucky one. She was lucky she fell into it at the right time. I'm going to tell you this, that is the biggest amount of crap I've ever heard in my life.
I like to say most of you would have quit if you started when I started, because we had no host program, no training, no videos, we had nothing. We had 100 products, no catalog, nothing.
That's our answer.
Oh, seriously.
Seriously, but the fact is that anybody could grow a business the size of what Nancy Joe has grown, and others in this room have grown right here in this room. It's not because she started at the right time. It's still available to you today. It's there. You just decide that you want it and you're going to go get it.
Nancy Joe's philosophy is simple.
What is it?
It's 2 shows a week and 1 recruit a month and train your recruits to do resume.
So simple. So simple and so doable. Okay, so if you're going to your shows and you want to create a culture of teamwork, of monthly activity, and for fast-paced growth, and you know the next consultant is in there, are your word choices important?
Yeah.
Yes, so let's talk about what some of those word choices should be or could be at your shows before you even know who that consultant is. We're going to start right away with the egg, right? We're going to start right away. We're going to start with that magic thing called the strong opening. Okay, you guys have all heard the strong opening. You've all heard about that the show is divided into 3 parts. We have the strong opening. We have the body of the show where we put down the booking and recruiting messages. Yes? And we have the end of the show where we do the strong close. We teach that all across the nation for many, 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 many years now. Very, very important part. So let's talk about the strong opening. And let's talk about the word choices we use in the opening that create teamwork, that could create activity, and that could create fast-paced growth. Now, here's the other word that you need to remove from your vocabulary. The first one was hobbyist, right? The other words are, as much as possible, you want to remove the words I and me out of your vocabulary. Okay, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's not about you. It's just about them. They don't care why you're doing it. They might hear a little bit, but it's not your showcase to go on and on and on and on. It's about that. And the sooner you understand that you have to make everything you do about the people around you, the more success you'll have in this business. You remove the words I and me, and you substitute with words like we and us and our and team. Okay? So let's talk about those 3 components of the show